and you call me by the wrong pronouns, it's going to be a confrontation. And I don't think you want that. 10 out of 10 women's bathroom experience for trans women. No one gave me any weird looks. I peed. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious about with the sound.
I'm so mad. Over 200,000 people signed petition to remove Lily Tino, the trans influencer, from TikTok.
I would like to see it.
We can't get through one podcast without addressing Big Back Cadillac, can we? But then again, maybe Lily Tino is the smartest one of all, because maybe that bitch knew World War III was coming and he said, she, her. Oh, World War III is coming? She, her. But what spurred this was, he just keeps topping himself in disgusting shit. An incident at Disney World, because of course she's a Disney adult too. And shout out to the Disney adults. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. It gives stunted in some way if you're a grown adult going to Disney all the time. So Lily Tino went in and raided every bathroom at Disney World.
She is going around rating her experience with every Disney World bathroom that she goes into. And at least in Florida, it is illegal to record someone in a bathroom without their consent. But like, it's just weird, is it not? She says that she got a weird look, and it's like, yeah, I would look at you weird too. If you're going into a bathroom, recording yourself, reviewing the experience, yes. This one says, got misgendered right before this pic, so the vibe was off. What does the vibe matter when you're going to the bathroom?
Made it into Disney World. I don't really know what the deal is with bathrooms. No, Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms, but I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle. If I get stopped, I get...
And you had to announce this on TikTok. Also, I had to tinkle. That is the manliest word. I don't think I've ever heard a woman talk about she has to tinkle.
Stopped, they get stopped, I guess. But I'm a woman, so I'm going to use the women's bathroom, and being in Florida or being in California or wherever isn't going to stop. So I will report back in a minute once.
You know, the funny thing about being a woman is, like, if you have to say it, if you have to announce it. And in fact, if you didn't say it, it would probably be better, because when it comes through that voice, that bass.
Once I have hopefully tinkled without issue. 3 minutes later.
Stop saying that.
As well as it could have gone. No one gave me any weird looks. Definitely no one stopped me. Walked in, found a stall. I peed. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious about with the sound. Think, oh.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. First of all, no one confronted you. Who would? Who would? Big Back Cadillac? I certainly would not. This person, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of this person like standing next to anybody else, but it just gives like, this is a huge bitch in person. It's like a huge bitch. Big for nothing. Right? Like a big cinder block. Like big, but no shape. Just big for no reason other than self-defense and going to war, which is what men are born to do. But you're smart, because you said she, her before the draft. And actually, we'll give you kudos for that. But wow.
Think, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there? But you know what? I peed standing up and it was fine. And then I washed my hands and I left. And you know what? On my way out from the women's bathroom, I took a quick picture with...
You guys already know how broken the current media landscape is. Between misinformation, censorship, and a complete lack of transparency, it's getting impossible to trust anything you read and hear. And that is why I use Ground News, who I love, and that's why I'm super excited they're sponsoring today's video. Ground News pulls coverage from every major outlet, left, right, and center. So you can actually see how a story is being spun based on which outlet is reporting it. Like this story that just broke. Trans athlete wins 2 golds and a silver at California track and field finals after controversy over participation. So let's compare headlines. So the LA Times, which leans left, says transgender track athlete wins gold in California state championships despite Trump threat. The Washington Times, however, which leans right, says male-born athlete wins 2 golds, 1 silver at California girls track championships. news. So two totally different takes on the same event. Ground news lets you see that contrast instantly, so you don't have to wonder. So you're not blindly trusting a single source's framing. Another feature I love is the blind spot feed. For example, a story like Texas pushes LGBTQ plus school ban as Pride Month kicks off was mostly covered by left-leaning outlets. And if you only follow right-leaning news, you may have not even seen it. The blind spot feed is perfect for making sure I stay informed and I don't end up in an echo chamber, and it can do the same for you. Whether it's LGBT news or world politics, Ground News keeps me fully up to speed without the bias. I seriously use it for almost every video I make. It's amazing. You guys are gonna love it. So go to ground.news/BWP or scan the QR code somewhere on the screen to get 40% off of their Vantage plan. That's just $5 a month to see the full picture. Thank you so much to Ground News for sponsoring today's episode, and now on to the rest of the episode.
Someone who recognized me, and it was lovely. So overall, Disney World in Florida, 10 out of 10 women's bathroom experience.
Just like regular women, right? Just taking pictures in the bathroom.
Just taking a tinkle.
Yeah, just tinkling, just peeing standing up, taking pictures in the bathroom, just like any other chick.
Have you ever heard a woman use the word tinkle?
No, I say tinkle to be like polite and stuff, because the word tinkle is because that's the sound it makes when you're standing up peeing.
But the saga did continue, by the way.
That is fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom is from Thailand.
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ma'am.
No, ma'am, no, sorry, my bad. And the middle one is from India. It's the papadom with the ginger chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil. It's a cheese bread with the guava sauce.
Thank you. It just like totally sucks the joy out of this bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave. Because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up. I'm not going to enjoy this bread as much because my guard is.
This big bitch. You don't feel safe. Okay. Okay. What happened to this person getting FFS? I don't see anything.
You don't?
Oh my God.
It's the same routine every time. It's like he goes into a place happy and gets misgendered on camera and then leaves sad. It's like he couldn't
and
even
then
eat
he's scared.
And he's scared. Oh, I'm too scared to eat my coconut bread. Like, get out of here.
You are a grown-ass man. You're scared to eat coconut bread. Because someone called you sir. Straight out the big and tall section. Scared to eat his coconut bread. Voice deeper than... Who's that that female athlete everyone thinks is a man, but is...
Brittany Griner?
Yeah.
That's a dude. That's for sure. I mean, the voice is so deep. And
No, I don't think she is, actually.
Well, I've seen her shirtless, and like I'm talking like literally flat, like not even a drop of being like a woman chest. It's crazy. I've never seen a flatter. I mean, it's a guy.
I think she's probably actually an example of an intersex person. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
She should not be playing against women. Like, she definitely shouldn't. I'm not saying that, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. She gives like some ain't right in the milk or something. Like, she's like the milk she was drinking as a kid, perhaps. Like something just happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. But this developed every right way. Developed as a man should. But scared to eat his coconut bread.
No, there are people out there who are hell-bent on never, ever being accommodating to trans people. Like, I will never call you by those pronouns. You will never have my respect or whatever it is. And like, is that really worth it to you? Putting all of that effort to be nasty? Because if we meet and you call me by the wrong pronouns, it's gonna be a confrontation. And I don't think you want that. I think you just...
Oh my God. First of all, every effort to be nasty, that's just called projection. You wake up nasty, you exist as nasty, you embody nasty, you go to sleep as nasty. You'll be remembered as nasty. And also, to open up with, I know there are people hell-bent on never being accommodating to trans people. If you're getting people that are refusing to accommodate you, it's probably that aggressive energy, right? So when you're aggressive, people get on defense. It's kind of a basic survival fucking skill. So you walk around big back Cadillacing your way to women's bathrooms, standing and peeing. That's going to make people defensive. And so that's actually what I think you're encountering, is people fearing for their lives as you tower over them, like the Tower of Babylon ass bitch. If you encounter that everywhere you go, that's because that's the frequency you're operating at, and that's what you're going to find. That's what you're searching for. That and probably some, because I know a pervert when I see one. I do.
And also, he says that if somebody misgenders him, it's going to be a confrontation, and you don't want that. And literally, I've seen like hundreds of videos of him getting misgendered and just sitting there sad. So it's like, what are you even talking about?
Right. You don't want that. You're the one that you couldn't eat your coconut bread in the last video because you were so fucking horrified that a little old foreign person said,
there's no confrontation. You just talk your thoughts through text on the TikTok. Like, it's really weird.
This might just be the most dedicated draft dodger of all time. That might be what it actually is. Oh my God. But, you know, I do support TikTok removing this person to bring it back to that petition because, wow. Every day that this person exists, he creates a new transphobe. And the fucked up part is, like, he's not trans. I don't care what anyone says. I actually don't. Karen, aka Darren here, is most definitely not trans. Another question for you, Joey.
Great.
Low key, you've probably been around more trans people in your life than I have. Looks into the camera.
Maybe.
And what is this to you? Does this match the energy of any trans people you've like ever been around?
In fact, I've never even seen trans people like this, but before like 2015. This is just a cross-dresser and kind of a pervert. And I'm not for banning people online, you know, but if you're filming in bathrooms, which is just like a gross illegal thing, I'm sure it's illegal, right? To film.
I don't know. People take selfies in bathrooms, but it's like, it's something to be said about intent, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, bitch, you're just a walking problem, and he monetizes being a problem. I don't really understand how this person has any supporters. How are you going to meet a fan in the bathroom? A fan of what? A fan of what? And I actually do see people sometimes on TikTok being like, unfortunately, supporting trans people does mean supporting the Latino. The fuck it doesn't, bitch. No, I do not support all trans people. Some of y'all are very stupid and sick and problematic in the truest sense of the word, not the lived out sense. Just a walking, talking problem.
I bet the ones that say that don't support you.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Right, that's the thing. Unfortunately, you do have to support Latino if you support trans people, but also not Blaire White. Sorry, I'll say it like the trans people who hate me say it, but not Blaire White.
Whoa, can you do that?
Fuck Blaire White. That's how they talk. Because their father is Satan. That's why. That voice of Satan coming from something that maybe looks a bit feminine, that's that.
Devil has many tricks.
The devil has many tricks, and you are one trick. And I'm out. Hopefully the next time I see you, we're not in the middle of World War III. Love you. Subscribe to this podcast as well as my main channel. Follow me on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And I'll see you in the next episode of the podcast. Bye, guys.